What's going on, guys? It's me, back for another video. We're talking about, I was about to say Fans Project, because they're the only random third-party company, randomly enough, I should say, that's done a Broadside. Which weirdly sounds like a sex move. Anyway, Broadside from Dr. Wu. They're a company that I just kind of like passively follow. Like, if they've released a version, because they do like micro scale of a character that I like, then I'll get that. Like I have their Cosmos and Ramjet because I wanted to get the Cosmos, and they always do 2-packs. But yeah, I saw this character, this iteration of Broadside rather, as a random review that bought Bender Orin J, fucking mouthful of a channel name, in one of his videos recently. And this is the, I think the one with like the helmet and the blue visor face, that's the toy version, and this is the cartoon accurate version. But Broadside's always like weirdly been that character for me where I'm like, oh, I would like a toy of him, even though I don't know anything about him other than like whatever random characterization happened in G1 that I looked up when Fans Project, like, 15 years ago at minimum, said that they were going to do a Warbot Defender series version of Broadside, which I never ended up getting. I think they called it like Warbot Assaulter or something. Never ended up getting it. The aftermarket for it's kind of absurd. And it has very dated engineering now. Still might get it at some point. We'll see. But like, I guess there's that like passing thought in the back of my head of like, oh, I should get, maybe I'll get an iteration of Broadside one day. And boom, Dr. Wu did a deluxe class size Broadside. That's a mouthful to say. He's pretty neat. I like him. He's not gonna fucking scale with anything other than Dr. Wu's figures, or maybe some Legends class figures. I really don't have anything that's convenient to grab in here that he would scale with. Like looking over there, looking at the shelves here. He would scale well with the Dr. Wu stuff. I don't know. I got him because I thought he looked cool, and he is pretty neat. The axe is a bit random. He probably did have that in G1 or a previous iteration of the toy, or in the comics if he's been in the comics, but who knows. But yeah, he's pretty neat. Pretty much your standard posability plus a ab crunch because third-party companies do that. There's a little too much like fluid of motion, if that makes sense, in some of his joints. But I do like the double jointed elbows. And honestly, for me, that's mostly just like with the ab crunch here. And to some extent, the legs too. And he is kind of hard to get like fully flush and standing just because of how the legs are sculpted. And I'm fully convinced that I'm transforming the feet wrong as well. Sorry, that was like a mishmash of like 3 different thoughts. But yeah, it's just funny because like whenever I pick him up, if I like move him slightly, it's like there's not enough resistance, I don't think, in the joint in there for the ab crunch, but that could just be me having something not fully tabbed in, because there's a panel in there on either side that I think is supposed to tab into the same panel that the arms rest on, because the jet mode cockpit is stored in there. You guys know Broadside turns into an aircraft carrier and a jet randomly. The jet's always been an afterthought. I want to see more third-party companies, or maybe Hasbro, do another attempt at Broadside here, because I don't know, there's something here. I feel like somebody could give us like a leader class or, commander class sized Broadside and give him as a more modern and better jet mode, because the jet mode's kind of shit, and I feel like it always has been from what I've seen. But yeah, Broadside is pretty nifty. And I know you can't see his face, yada fucking yada. The thumbnail's gonna be a close-up of his face. So yeah, I know. He's nifty. He was like $40, I think, so why the hell not? He's gonna sit on one of my shelves, I'm sure. Maybe he might be a desk bot. I don't know. I thought he was neat. Like, he might be one that once both of my nephews are a little bit older, then I might just be like, hey, mess with this thing. It's cool. It turns into a weird-looking jet and an aircraft carrier. We'll see. Anyway, that's my rambly thoughts on, keep wanting to say Fans Project, on Dr. Wu. Woo! Broadside. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.